I just got on here. Peace, everyone that sees this, man. Check out the description. I just got on here to just drop a few jewels, man. Cause, like, I just got out the Fed, right? I did 47 months. But, like, cause ain't a lot of things have changed, right? But the people, like the humans, the beings, ain't shit changed. We still like the at the bottom of the barrel. And when I say we, I mean like those who are at the bottom of the barrel. Like I want to talk about like true wealth. What is wealth? There's only one currency. There's only one currency. When you think about currency, right? Think about the word current, because in etymology they have the same root. And if I'm not mistaken, within the electrician trade, currency is a word that they use. So when we say currency and we're talking about funds, right? We're talking about money. I don't know why I can't see the chat, but peace to whoever came in. Let's drop a dot or drop a one. But when we talk currency, right? Talking about funds, the things that we work for, the things that we hustle for, the things that we go so hard for, money, cash, the dollar bills, cream, cash rules everything around me, cream. Like cash rules nothing around me. Cash rules everything in outer space. And outer space is the space outside your body. So currency, right? Things we hustle for, grind for, etc. What are we working for? What are we hustling for? To pay debt. They got us stuck in a perpetual work, debt, sleep cycle. And when I say that, right, I got a book called Work, Debt, Sleep Cycle. The perpetual work, debt, sleep cycle. We work our whole lives chasing a debt. Let's say a person will say, peace, loud mail, entertainment, peace. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for dropping the comment. Now, I'm not going to, I'm going to get off track and I'm going to get off topic, but that's the thing. That's why I call it building, because every conversation adds on. But this is the thing I want to say. And check out this. Oh, you already checked out the description. That's where you went. But, bro, we're working to pay debt. We are the biggest tricks. And when I say trick, I mean a person that has a trick has been pulled on. That means I'm going to give you something worth nothing for something that you think is worth something. But because I know that it's not worth anything on either end, but it's worth something to you on one end, I have tricked you. And that's what I mean. And I say this for this. I just dropped it on Facebook, right? I say, man, I say, man, people are working their whole life, right? Let's just look at a 30-day period. We don't want to go too far off. 30-day period, a person works their ass off. Whether you working 20 days a week, whether you working 16 days a week, whether you working overtime and more, hit the like button if you came in, these real jewels, right? A person is working their ass off to pay bills. What are your bills? Food, clothing, shelter, and what do they call them? Utilities, right? Natural, which are all everything I name are natural resources. Remember, if we are made in the perfect form in existence, which no, I don't know why people. I do know why, because that's what they've been told. People believe what they've been told instead of what they research, right? Because they're stuck in a perpetual work debt sleep cycle where there is no room for research. There is no room inside 18 years of trained indoctrination called the school system, where they teach you to be a certain type of way. There's no room to think. There's no room to do anything outside of that, right? So if you're stuck in this cycle, oh yeah, for sure, live male entertainment. I appreciate it. I'm gonna continue forever. Like I'm never gonna let them oppress me. They can do whatever they want with me. The show must go on, right? But look, we work our ass off for 30 days. We pay the rent man. We pay the utilities companies. Not for a piece of the company. We're not paying for stock in their company. We're not paying towards paying off for our own electricity, our own water, our own house, which is our own already. And deep down, people know, and that's why so many people get caught up into the sovereign movement because they feel like this is the way out. This is the key. No, the information that they're giving you about being in debt and about fiat currency, etc., so forth, that's the key. And they give you the key and then tell you the wrong direction to the lock. Or they give you a key that don't fit the lock that they take you to, right? Paperwork ain't the damn key. That's what we've been tricked on, paper. If you look at currency, it's coming paper, cuz people gotta stack their paper. They gotta get their paper. Then you got the sovereign movement who will tell you like, yeah, you do this paper, this paper, this paper, you free. No, cuz the one real currency, right, is time. Each individual, right, only has a certain amount of time on this plane, in this physical body, right? Now, if I force your parents through ignorance or through tradition or through indoctrination, which is all three the same thing, upon many more to infinity things that they've hoodwinked, bamboozled our asses, because if we are a reflection of each other, I can't say like, oh, I'm. A lot of people look. A lot of people getting in their head that they so good, like they so better than people. But at the same time, we're all reflections of each other until the sum total of all beings are uplifted. All conscious beings are uplifted. There's no conscious being uplifted. I can't be doing good if my brother is doing bad or my sister is doing bad or family is doing bad. I'm just doing better than them. And people settle for being doing better than the next person. That's the culture. As long as I can, this is how people think. As long as, no matter what situation a person is in, as long as they're doing better than someone, they feel like they great. They living their best life. No, you just living better than that person. But you living beyond your means. What are means? Means are the ability to provide for yourself. If I'm working my ass off for a whole month straight just to pay debt, just to give utility companies all the money that's on that debt, then give the rent man, not even the mortgage man, cause we paying the rent man for 30 more days. Let me get 30 more days of credit, please. That's all your $800, $1,200, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. Now they even got people paying shit $3,000, $4,000 for condos and shit. And it's like, what are you paying for 30 more days? Hey, here you go. Here go my hard-earned money for 30 more days. Time in loud mail. Look, I just dropped it right before this one. I reiterate it for you. Bro, time is the only real currency, bro. Any type of dollar you make, you must trade your time for it. Any type of relationship you have or anything you gain, period, you must trade your time for it. And at the same time, time is the only thing you can never get back. And that is what separates the wealthy from the poor. And the amount of dollars a person has is not what makes them wealthy or poor. The amount of time in your own life, in your own spirit, in your own reality that you control, that you own, is wealth. So I say, for example, who's wealthier? Who's wealthier? A person that, okay, check me out. Who's wealthier? The coach or the football player. A person would say the football player. I say the coach. And that's because the coach is controlling, etc., so forth, X amount of people's time. But it's also better than that. Look at the person you work for, not your boss, but also your boss. If you're working at a job where your boss sits in the office, your boss is wealthy. You could be making more than your boss, but he's truly wealthy because he's sitting on his ass doing etc. so forth X while you are doing what he says. But fuck that. When you gotta clock in, punch into that clock, and give away 8 hours of a day, think about it. They say we sleep almost. Let's say they say we sleep away 40% of our life. Now let's think about that. 40% of our life we sleep, right? Okay, that's 8 hours a night. If you're asleep for 8 hours a night, your whole life, that's 40%. But if you work 8 hours of your life for approximately, you retire at 65, take 18 away from take 17 away from 65, and that's 48. So for another 48 years, that's 40% off of another 48 years, cuz on top of your 40% of your whole life, sleep and work. That's why I came up with the concept of work, sleep, debt cycle. And because that's perpetual. Look, I kind of people who, oh my gosh, the biggest spider I've seen since I've been living here is right in my face. And I do not kill beings, but if they dangerous, they gotta go. And that is a dangerous. Oh my gosh. Look, man, this thing is humongous. And it's in the air. It's not on the ground. I don't want it falling on my head and hurting me. Oh wow, I got a two-handed saw now. I'm going somewhere with this. Man, please don't let me step in this web. Oh, I hope it ain't on me, y'all. I'm so sorry. I hope this spider did not get on me. I hope I did not just try to kill this spider and it got on me. My bad, bro. Give me a couple seconds. I gotta get right. I don't know where this damn spider is at. I'm going in the house, but I didn't try to kill it with both of my shoes at the same time. And now both of my damn shoes is over here by the spider that might be dead. It might not be. It might be crawling on me. It might not be. Damn it. I gotta go over here, cuz. But I cannot see. It seems like I got light now, cause on the porch light, but I gotta fit. Look, let me show you. My bad. I gotta fit through a confined space, either right through here or right through there, to see if the spider is over here. And I don't want it to be on a little short web flying low. Did I get it? Okay, I got it. No, that's not cuz. Man, this big ass spider's out here with me somewhere. I'm gone. I'm gone. And I'm finished. And I gotta put the phone down. I gotta and then strip butt naked to see if this spider's on me. You can take my hair out. You know. Hold on, I'm here. I'm here. I just gotta make sure the spider's not here with me. My bad, brother, man. I'm finna take it right back off. Yeah, I'm here loud, man. Time though, right? I'm gonna keep going, right? Cause I can chew bubble gum in one. It ain't on me. I only got on 2 articles of clothing. It ain't on me. Thank the Lord. I hope they ain't come in. But yeah, like, bro, we getting pimped. We getting pimped. Look, how if you go 18 years of education, of getting trained at home, mistrained. We ain't learning nothing. They say you learn more in the first 5 years of your life than you ever will. Yeah, and that's because you ain't spending the rest of your time getting indoctrinated and getting, my bad, getting indoctrinated and getting, you know, when you see a bug and you just itch, ew. You ain't spending the rest of your time getting indoctrinated and working until you can't do nothing. Think about it. If you work until you're 65, what do you have time to do? You're retired. Yeah, they didn't retired your ass. You are tired. Re means to repeat. You stuck in a reoccurring sense of tiredness. Hey, even if you finna leave the video, hit the thumbs up so YouTube will circulate it to more people. I'm just dropping jewels. We talking about the work, debt, sleep cycle. We talking about how we give away all our time, which is the only real currency, which is the only real cash, which is the only real thing that we have to offer. You can get nothing without giving time for it. Hey, and a lot of people just talk about the problem, right? A lot of people a lot of people just talk about the problem, right, and not the solution. There is a solution to this. So we're not just going to beat a dead horse. A lot of people know about the work dead sleep cycle, no matter what they call it. But that's a dead horse, right? But it's living because our people are stuck on it in perpetuity, right? I'm gonna leave out of here for YouTube. Give me because my son is watching YouTube on the TV, and I don't want that video to get in my video. But yeah, like we stuck in this cycle, right? In perpetuity, which means this shit is we stuck in it, right? And at the same time, it's like, okay, now people are saying, okay, Savvy, okay, in business, okay, Al. Now that we know, what do we do? Nigga, you break the cycle, nigga. You stop giving these people all your time. You gain control of your time. If time is the currency, you need to gain control of the currency, right? You chase the dollar, right? If the dollar is fiat, the dollar is nothing. What should we be chasing? Control of our time, control of our resources. If time is the only unlimited resource, the only limited, repeat, limited. Remember, energy, energy cannot be energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Your time can be wasted. We are wasting 65 years of our life. Excuse me, 60, because you learn more in the first 5 years than you'll learn in the rest. That's what they say. That's for those that don't control their time. I learn something every day. And that's the topic of this video, experience. I experience something daily. Wisdom is learning from experience. Wisdom is learning from the experiences. The things we experience, whether good or bad, are just lessons. That's why you're here. Why do you think you entered the flesh? And when I say that, I don't mean some fictitious entity or something. All praises be to the Most High, though, to the Most High. I'm not saying some fictitious entity put you in your body. I'm saying I formed myself wonderfully and beautifully in my mother's womb, exactly how I wanted to come out. For what purpose? To experience, to come through and break cycles, to come do exactly what I do, drop jewels, gain the experiences. Because listen, when I was a young person, right, people be looking at youngsters and they be like, I don't know how they doing this. It's crazy. Why do they do the things they doing? They're doing it to gain the experience. And some people get caught in the time loop of experience and want to just have a reoccurring experience. They seeking gratification from that. That's a drug in itself. Think about it. And just for those that just popped in, I appreciate it. Hit the thumb button, even if you ain't gonna stay, so more people can come, right? But on the meantime, in between time, look at this. We worked 30 days straight, chase this almighty dollar so much just to give it away. For someone to give us 30 more days of credit. Now, do you not know? And I know a lot of people don't know, right? And there ain't nothing wrong with it because they won't tell us, right? But I'll tell you, right? Because I don't work for them. I'm him, not them, right? So I will say this. Do you know having a mortgage is an unlimited credit line? To a certain extent, having a mortgage is an unlimited credit line. I'm saying Having a mortgage with any amount paid off is a unlimited creditor line. Having a mortgage is the best investment you can make. And I don't work for no mortgage company. I work for myself. I control my time. Listen, if 40% of sleep, let me reiterate this. I want people to grasp this. If 40% of your life is spent sleeping, right? 40% of your life is spent sleeping, right? And then for approximately 48 years, you spend 8 hours or more working. That's 48 years with another 40%. That means for 48 years of your life, you only lived 20% of your life. Okay, now check this out. This is how we're gonna get to a number. Let's say you live 100. Sleep covers 40 years of those 100. 40 years of the 100, that means you only live 60 years if you live 100. But if for 48 of those years, you work for another 40% of your time, that takes another 40% off your life. That means, cuz we're living to be 20 years old. You can live to be, right now in this current work dead sleep cycle, the average person, I mean the average Joe, the person that's living their best life, so they say, working just to pay someone, working just to pay a debt, working just to give it away. You're only a 20-year-old at 100. You've only been able to do what you wanted with your time, your free time, your life for 20 years, because after living 100 years, make that make sense. But then they putting stuff in the water. Then they feeding you the wrong types of food. Then they highly radiating you with the wrong type of radiation. Because remember, if sun if sunlight is radiation, it radiates, right? And melanin allows you to suck in sunlight. That means we're highly radiated people. I'm gonna drop a jewel that I ain't dropped, and I'm gonna have to remember that it's at 22 minutes because I wanted to drop this for the longest, and I gotta drop it. It's never better time than the present. Do you know what a nuclear weapon is? A nuclear weapon, right? I'm gonna give you two examples of nuclear weapons. Both create high levels of destruction, but the key to both is the high levels of radiation that they produce. Now check this out. Two type of atomic weapons. I mean, two type of nuclear weapons. You have the atomic bomb, which comes from splitting an atom, and that much energy is contained in one split atom that it wipes shit out and it highly radiates shit for years, like forever, damn near. As far as we know, as far as we've been experienced on this current cycle with nuclear weaponry, right? That's an atomic bomb. Now, these nukes they're talking about are created not from splitting the atom, but from enriching a certain type of, what would I say? I can't think of the proper word. From, let's just use uranium. From enriching certain elements. By enriching, that means putting a certain process on it to make it something other than what it is natural. For subverting its nature, right? You enrich uranium, right? And that creates a nuclear weapon. That high radiation, right? Now think about it. If we're melanated people and we get our energy, our life source, our food, resources, everything from the sun, whether we know it or not, we think food is what grow out the ground. If food was what grow out the ground, it would grow out our mother. Everything that you need out of life, you were born with. We exert some of the things that we need out of life through movement, the use of energy, so therefore we must replace it. You're not born with a chicken. leg in your mouth. You're not born with a piece of bread. You're not born with a piece of lettuce. You're not born with an orange in your mouth. So therefore, that's not a resource that you have to replace, but it is a substandard resource that they do give us to replace the natural resources along with all the poison. All the poison. But let me go somewhere with this radiation thing, right? If the sun radiates, that's not the sun, by the way. That light radiates, right? You see the rays coming up off that light, right? This is what rays are. They shoot at angles, right? That's poison, y'all. That is fucking poison. That's the wrong type of radiation. That's what I mean by saying they radiate. This cord I got plugged in the wall, that's poison. These cords that's running behind these walls, these shit, these wires and shit, this current that they're using, this electricity, they're subverting. That's poison. That's the wrong type of radiation. These lights. Listen, let me drop this jewel, and this is big, and I'm finna actually get off here, but I'm gonna tap in a little later. Do you know, right, that in 2019, look it up, bro. I never lie. Why tell a lie when I could tell the truth and help a person gain more right knowledge, right? Give me a couple minutes. Do you know that in 2019, an interviewer asked Bill Gates if he could spend all of his money on one thing to better the world or to better whatever, or just period, what would he do? What would he spend it on? Do you know William Gates, Bill Gates, at one time the richest man in the world, whatever that means, the man who controlled all of his time in perpetuity and controlled the most amount of people's time. That's what the richest man in the world means. Who controls the most people's time at a certain moment, period. The person with the largest workforce is the richest man in the world. It does not mean a dollar amount, right? Anyway, and these are all Jews within Jews. He said, and they all stick to the subject. This is real building when you can rotate on the subject and it all comes back and wraps in like glue. And this is the thing, right? Bill Gates said he would spend all his money, cuz with no hesitation, on blocking the sun. What? On blocking the soul control, like what gives all the nutrient, like life, like you want to block life, but you think you're gonna live. No, you know you're gonna live because you subverted. If you are an exact subversion to the original man, then that right there is an exact subversion to the source of life for the original man. For him to say he wants to block our source, that lets you know he has a source for himself, and that's it right there. That poison. That's the type shit that get people killed. I'm saying me saying that that's poison. These artificial lights, these halogen. And then think about it. The process of making this kush, this hybrid weed, this gas, this zaza, right, is making a male plant into a female plant by throwing a bunch of hormones at it from a seed. After that germinates, you put a lot of hormones on it, like estrogen. But then you don't put sunlight on it because that ain't gas, that ain't za. You put halogen lights on it. But they tell you it's gen, and you think like, oh no, that ain't a gen like the Arab word, because it's not an Arab word. Oh, English ain't our original. English is your language, nigga. It's English. It's English. The original people that walked up under the sun spoke this language. That's why you can't hide it. That's why you can't hide it. It's English. It's English. That AE that they took out the alphabet. The original 25 letters. AE was a letter. But anyway, this duality, male and female. Let us create them in our image. And listen, he wants to block the sun because we are radiated. And this is what I want to say about them atomic weapons. And I'm going to wrap it up real fast for this session. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll only be going live now because YouTube ain't kicking my algorithm. They're not kicking my videos. People, I only go live to make future content because this shit is for the future. When they do kick my algorithm, I'm going to be dropping shorts and stuff so people can see it, right? But check me out. If we're highly radiated from the ultimate source of all combustionable of elements, which is the sun, which fuels itself, which is not a hot boiling. I'm gonna drop some more jewels. It's not a hot boiling mass of burning gases like they say. That's a lie because where the gas coming from and why it ain't blew up. If the gas is coming from an external core source, that means it's coming from a pipe, right? If it's just been fueled in right to the center to keep it going, or are you saying it's sucking it from the atmosphere? Because that means the whole thing need to blow up. So we know it's not a fire because what fire doesn't need fuel? We know oxygen fuels fire, but yet what fuel does the fire have to go? Period. You can smother a fire, right? The fuel's still there. You can't start a fire without no fuel. Period. Ain't no fuel power in the sun. It lets me know that the sun is a power within itself, and that power is true electricity. If it wasn't electricity, how does a solar panel get it from? What color is a solar panel? This right here. But more, this right here. Black with the brown in it. That's the only color. This melanin is the only color that can suck in light. Do you know how a camera takes a picture? A camera takes a picture by getting light to reflect on silver, quicksilver, metal. That's how electricity is harnessed through metal. But metal can't hold it. You must use melanin. That's why them batteries got that black strip in them. You must use melanin. That's why them solar panels look like that. You must use melanin. That's why that film is that color. You must use melanin. And when that sunlight touched, when any form of light touched that film, what happens? It erases the picture. Period. Now this is what I'm saying, right? And I dropped so many jewels. And if you ain't catch first while I was talking economics, you could take what I spoke on economics at the beginning of this video and change your life forever. Change anybody's life forever. Fuck all them people that want you to pay for the jewelry, pay for the sauce, pay for that. Get control of your time. That's the only true wealth. You work and you give these people your time and you can never get it back. This time that I'm investing right here, 32 minutes and 20 seconds. This is an investment. Why? Because I can always cut this video on. Why? Because someone always can pick up these jewels I drop. This is alchemy. Draw a picture. That's alchemy. That's preservation of time. You can always go back to that time. That's true alchemy. So if they work your ass to death, they indoctrinate you for 18 years to get ready for work and work your ass till you 65. You never have a chance to what? Practice alchemy to preserve your time. So therefore your time meant something. So therefore 65 years meant nothing. Therefore your 20 years, I did the math. I don't want to redo it, but the math is 40% sleep, 40% work, out of your life. 20 years. 100-year person lived 20 years, but yet the poison that they pushing us, we only live in 60 something years. We only live in 50 something years, 40 something years. You got people dying of heart failure in 20 something years, 30 something years. We're being poisoned by this. And I said it so many times, we're being poisoned by this. Because the ancients ate food when they were ready to go. People ain't gonna tell you that. People, they so much knowledge, they want to beef, they want to drop jewels, they want to down the next person. Tell us why we die. We die because we eat. There is no way how to eat to live. How to eat to live is to eat less. That was the whole point of the book. When Elijah dropped that book, he had to make it seem like he was giving us a diet or something, so the crack would be like, oh yeah, they still confused, they eating. You don't need food, bro. You don't need sleep. Sleep is a reset period. When your computer goes to sleep, it what? It's still alone, bro. When you take your ass to sleep, you're so exhausted, and they've created in a sense of our mind that sleep is the sister to death. Hey, listen, if the sleep is the sister to death, why would I mess with the sister? But you monogamous though, right? Monogamy doesn't exist because you cheating, right? Monogamy doesn't exist, right? Because you cheat, right? Monogamy doesn't exist because you look at her and you still want her, right? You feel an urge. If it wasn't right, you wouldn't feel that urge, but then they indoctrinate you to feel like your urges are bad. Now, your urges are only bad when they're immoral, but you don't have no morals, right? Because, hey, I dropped so much, y'all. Just know, When that man Bill Gates said he'll spend all his money talking about blocking that sun, he talking about blocking the radiation. Oh yeah, let me get where I was talking about the atomic weapons, right? And radiation, all this shit goes back into each other. And I'm gone, y'all. And for y'all to just peek in, that's poison. That's poison. That's poison. That's death. That's death. That's a microwave. That's death. That's death. It's a microwave. How is it cooking your food? With waves. Physical things. If a physical thing is tampering with your food, what do you think it's doing when it gets inside of you, cuz? Energy never dies or is never created nor destroyed, but it is change. One form of energy is change. If I stop talking right now, still energy. It just got changed. The energy is still there. That's what I want to say about the time of whipping. I'm gone. When you hear about a nuclear war, right? This is where the Geneva Convention comes from. When you hear about a nuclear war and how they came with the Geneva Convention to say that no one is supposed to use it without so many so forth, and you can't do this and so forth. A nuclear weapon can't get rid of the. If I'm highly radiated from the source of all radiation, if I'm radiant myself, if I live and breathe off rays, if all I need in existence is what I was born with, and what I was born with is a natural conductor and a natural recipient for rays from the most radiant thing in the planet in existence anywhere, which is the sun, how the hell can a nuclear weapon affect us? Us. I'm highly radiated. If I walk up under the sun and suck in sunlight, I'm highly radiated. So therefore, them conventions and stuff and those threats of nuclear war are what? White people in power threatening white people in power to leave your nigga ass in power. That's the threat. Hey man, I'm gonna press this button and let these niggas have it. That's the threat, bro. It's not no threat of wiping out all life. It's not no threat of getting rid of everybody. None of that. The threat of the nuclear threat, the threat of a nuclear weapon is actually saying, I press this button and let them niggas have it. Cause you know when when white boy in this country, and they call themselves different things, Asian, Germany, Russia, European, etc. When the lesser presses his button, the lesser must go. The ones with the least radiation cannot stand the most radiation in existence. But we know the most radiation in existence is that sun. And look how far away they are. All they doing is harnessing the power of the sun. Most powerful thing. That's why Bill Gates said in 2019 he wishes to cover up the sun. He wishes to spend all his money on covering up the sun. That's why when you look at the sun right now, any sun gazers out there will know, especially the ones in Texas, will know when you look at that sun that chemicals have been sprayed. That's why you see so many clouds. Those are chemicals. Bill Gates and the rest in power, the rest of the white people in power are currently trying to block that sun. That's what the chemtrails is about, trying to block that sun anyway, and, and trying to block our connection for it. And it's more than just this energy. When we get to talking energy and we get to talk about things outside the body, like tampering into the non-physical things, hey, that's why they created so many physical distractions to distract us from the thing within. So when they say, and I'm gonna exit like this, cream, cash rules everything around me, cream, dollar bills, y'all. The only how that principle exists, the cream principle exists, is if you chasing cash. If you chasing cash and not controlling your time, cash rules everything around you. Because guess what? Everything around me is made of flesh. You're not looking at me. You looking at my car. You looking at the best vehicle on earth. You looking at the original car, the original vehicle, the original conveyance. Before we started, oh, I'm supposed to be gone. And I love you all and I love myself. Hey, tune in, cut your notifications to all, and go back and watch this video. This video is for the future, though. Hey, if you care about economics, you care about knowing truth, you care about gaining true experience, go back and watch this video. Read that description and go back and watch this video. Any part of it. You want to know economics, go towards the front. If you want to hear some real deal things that these other guys ain't going to tell you because they really not for us. And that's the thing that separates me from them. That's why you don't see me on nobody. Why ain't nobody put me? I'm one of the greats. I'm one of the greats. Go look back. I got 500 and some 40 videos of 540 some videos of why ain't nobody from my community invited me on their channel. Something wrong with that. Something wrong with that. A person can say whatever they want to say about Indigenous Realist, about Alan Calhoun. That's my name. Just like Dane go by his name, my name is Alan Calhoun. A person, yeah, start tuning in, cut your notifications on, make sure you hit the video with a like and share, and make shorts if you want. I'm gonna make all these into shorts and drop them. These key points I drop more than I planned on them, but that's what building is. I build, bro. No matter what the title of the video is, a person can always put a topic in the chat and I'll build on it. A person can always add to the discussion. I'm gonna build because this is a never ending cycle. There's only two things on earth: truth and falsehood. Falsehood is the physical. Truth cannot be changed. There is no middle ground. There is no gray area. Belief. Oh yeah, for y'all that don't know, because I'm just getting out of federal prison, by the way, dropping them jewels for being framed. I just did 47 months in federal prison. Ain't told on nobody. Did a combined 17 years in prison in a monastery type life out of 31 years. Ain't that make sense? This is what I want to say though. Why ain't nobody inviting me on their platform? Why when I reach out to these guys, these same guys that all of their subscribers come from me? I don't see no new subscribers since I left. I built, I'm not gonna say I just made the community or nothing. These guys I'm seeing on here who were my guys back then, all y'all subscribers come from them 6,000 subscribers on my channel. There's not nobody that subscribed to you that isn't subscribed to me. Remember that. So how did they get there? Because I told them to go there. And now I can't come on your platform. I don't want to come though. But I do. Because y'all supposed to be the brothers, the sisters. But like, I can't come on your platform. I've been out since May 7th. No one has did an interview with me. No one. One brother did an interview with me while I was in the feds. But like, somebody has grabbed a brother where he won't even speak to me since I've been there. And there's nothing wrong with Alan Calhoun, aka the Indigenous Realist, the one that's never been debunked, the one that's never gave a wrong piece of information out of 540 videos. I've never, ever did research before I dropped a jewel. I've never, ever used Google. I've never, ever used Wikipedia, and I've never been wrong. Peace, y'all. I love you all. Hiya, power. If you just tapped in at the end, hey, go back and watch some of this. This was straight smoke. I'm coming with smoke at least once a day, every day.